look, when something corrupt happens, there's openings and attack vectors. And there's a very easy attack vector. And I mean that in the most moral way, meaning trying to expose the lies that no one has properly exploited. The pipe bombs.
Yeah, this is, you've mentioned this, Tim. Like
the pipe bombs are the low-hanging fruit.
Who planted those bombs?
Both at the RNC and the DNC was obviously a federal agent. The bombs never went off. They haven't arrested anybody. They don't have a suspect of interest. They used geolocation, cell phone ping technology to find grannies that took selfies in the Capitol. Yet we don't have a suspect of interest for someone that could have created a smaller version of the Oklahoma City bombing at the RNC. That's highly suspicious. And so I've always said the pipe bombs are the key to the whole thing. You uncover who planted the pipe bombs, you're going to find a whole treasure trove of answers.
They use the pipe bombs to like escalate charges? Are they
no one's been arrested. So remember, the RNC and DNC are about 3 blocks from Capitol Hill. And as the story goes, apparently the night, you could fact check me, but the night before or the morning of, a suspicious character at both the RNC and the DNC drops off some bags on the outside of it that were pipe bombs. And they never went off, they never detonated. But remember the sequence of events that happened that day, because it was all such a blur. But as the quote-unquote Capitol was being breached, almost simultaneously after Trump was, we all got push notifications that pipe bombs were discovered at both the RNC and the DNC. And that became a very de-emphasized part of the story, right? Which, by the way, if those bombs would have went off, would have been the most criminal intent that happened that entire day. That's legitimate political terrorism.
Yeah.
Like actual political terrorism, not someone that gets heated and gets in a shoving match outside of the Capitol Rotunda, right? Not someone that gets put into a mob frenzy, someone that goes through the intent of trying to create a pipe bomb and putting it outside of both the RNC and the DNC. Who does that? And not one person's been arrested. We have no suspects of interest. We haven't used the cell phone ping technology that we used to go find the grannies in the Capitol towards that. You want the answers on January 6th and the Fed's involvement? Look into the pipe bombs.
When you asked who does that, I was thinking, well, foreigner. It's the first time I've really thought that there would be foreign involvement with January 6th. But it wouldn't surprise me.
If that's the case, I mean, maybe that's a foreign intelligence agency. Maybe it's a foreign actor. I have no idea. The fact the bombs didn't go off, and how did they find them too? And why did they find them almost the exact same time at the RNC and the DNC? They found them like, oh, wow, we were gardening here and there's a bomb.
And what it did was it created a
diversion,
a pretext for the evacuation of Congress,
that's
the congressional buildings, an hour
to
before
cause panic amongst Congress.
No, to evacuate them 1 hour before the Capitol was actually breached to minimize actual harm to members of Congress. So AOC told her